We're live. It is 5:18 p.m. Central Standard Time, 11:18 p.m. BST? Is it BST yet?
It's BST today, as from today onwards, because we did our time change today, which really confused me this morning when I went to work, but still.
British summertime. It's across the Pondcast, the best podcast you've never heard of. Sam and Matt at the helm, steering the ship into a cliff, or maybe get stuck in the Suez Canal, because that's a thing now, apparently, and just block all the rest of the world shipping. That's a thing. Holy cow, what a nightmare. So anyway, we have, as you can see if you're watching the stream, we have Val on the show. How are you, man? Welcome to the podcast. Good to see you and glad you could make it.
Thank you for having me. I'm very excited to be here.
Well, that's good. Most people aren't that excited to be here because we're just kind of hanging out, two guys, me from the United States in St. Louis, Matt in Derby, which is how it's spelled. It's really Darby. It's okay.
It's Derby. D-E-R-B-Y. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, I know. Okay, but still, even the sat nav says Derby when you're trying to get here from somewhere else. But it is Derby.
Okay.
Yeah, it's okay because I'm sure Val's got when you have when you give she lives in Palm Springs, I guess, when it has
Palm Beach
Palm Beach. I'm sorry, Palm Beach. So where when it reads roads that are maybe the spelling can be weird, it never seems to say the name correctly. It's like. That's close. You know the road.
Yes,
but it's not
Roger.
right.
Yes, Roger. Thank you. He knows because he lives not far from me.
He lives in Sherwood. Was it Nottingham Forest?
He doesn't live in Sherwood Forest. He's not Robin Hood.
Right. So welcome to the show. So we're glad you can join us. It's a little late for all our folks. We usually start at 3, but for our guests, we don't mind going a little later because we want to make sure you're comfortable.
Especially for this one, because this one is going to be a personal favorite of mine.
Right, because so Val, what is your claim to fame? What do you do in the tech space, and are you YouTube channels? What do you like to do for folks who maybe aren't familiar with you and your work?
So I started a Twitch channel, and it's at itsvalvalval. But I am a content creator for Hot Hardware on their Twitch channel.
Okay.
So yeah, they've been around for like over 20 years.
Wow.
They're for
Good
like
stuff.
the tech and like the tech enthusiasts where they do reviews and things about like new products that come out and things like that. So to fame, I wouldn't really say fame. I'm just a normal girl.
Fame.
I enjoy talking about like technology and new things that come out. I game and I don't know, I do a lot of things.
So obviously you're on the PC game, I would assume probably, but no
Xbox. But I'm looking into getting into a PC. I'm just trying to do my research right now. What's going to be like the best fit for me?
Right. Yeah. With an Xbox and a PlayStation, it's pretty easy. You just buy the hardware and you're good. With a PC or a laptop or a desktop and all the different configurations, you got to be a little bit more specific about what fits your needs for sure. That takes a little bit of time.
Yeah. So, but you'll see me on PC. It's going to take a little bit. I know it takes a little bit for people to switch over from the controller to keyboard and mouse. But you do.
If I ever switch to PC, I am taking my controller with me.
I feel like you have to do the whole experience at the beginning,
I tried keyboard and mouse. Man, if I turn to aim, I can guarantee you now I'm pointing at the floor. I tried. I probably could do it if I tried, but I'm so pro controller. Probably get a scuff controller.
How long did you try the keyboard and mouse?
About 20 minutes.
Exactly. So when I used to work for Samsung. By the way, I used to work for Samsung.
Oh yes, you used to work for Samsung.
Yeah.
Nobody say anything. Looking at you, chat.
And that's one of those things that I would tell customers all the time. Like, if you're going to go from an iPhone to Samsung, you can't just do it and, like, try it out for 1 or 2 days. You have to give it a full, 7 days. And if you, at the end, realize that, you shut down all your apps and everything from your iPhone and do it on one phone, that's it, commit to it, you would love it. You'd fall in love with it. And that's how they got me. So,
right.
Yeah.
Well, and vice versa. I tell people who are maybe switching the other way, who are going to Apple, they don't like the way it looks. Maybe, you give it a try. My buddy, I don't know why he did it, but he doesn't have a standard QWERTY keyboard. He uses a Dvorak keyboard. So it's a different configuration.
Oh, the ones
why?
Well, you know why? I think it's because he heard about it. He thought that's kind of cool because nobody else, it was kind of one of those things where nobody did it. So he wanted to try it. And he swears by it. I mean, I think it's the most god-awful. I mean, I looked at it, the configuration where all the keys are. I'm like, I don't know. How can you possibly? He jams on it. He swears by that keyboard. I don't know how you can be faster typing in it. He says it's ergonomic.
Different buttons, or is it just like an origami?
No, it's actually where the buttons are all different. So if you look it up, I think it's called Dvorak or something like that. I'm not sure how to say it, but it's a different. Yeah, DVORK. And it's like, so all the letters are in different configurations. So you don't have the QWERTY at the top. It's like 8. All the letters and the shift keys and everything are totally different spaces in different spots. It's supposed to be a little bit more ergonomic, and they say that it helps because you don't have to reach so far, because on a regular keyboard, some of the reaches are kind of hard and awkward. Yeah. I don't type real well anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
I know.
But, yeah, I know. Yeah, it's okay.
Really, guys? You guys should be like looking really well if you're in the like technology space. I feel like. Yeah. No, I don't. Yeah, we just do it more of a hobby. So we're not like insiders, or we're just enthusiasts. We just like to talk about it, and yeah. So I like my.
All right, job. Mr. Dual Duo. All right, and Foldy Boy over there.
Oh, okay. He's making fun because everybody knows I'm kind of the proud owner of a Surface Duo.
You ditched an LG to get a Samsung. I'm sorry, but that's unacceptable in our space. You know the rules.
Is that your phone?
Yeah, it was actually. I used this as my phone for like 6 good months. I mean,
he's a crazy person. Yeah,
I'm a crazy person. But then
well, he did.
I did.
You got the Fold 2 as well. He doesn't have a normal phone.
So I picked up a Fold. I don't have a normal. Now I have no normal
because
phone.
You can use it closed.
Yeah, you can, and it's funny because I had to return. I took the Fold, the V60 in today, traded in part of the trade because I didn't have it with me yesterday. And the guy's like, "Well, how do you like it?" I was like, "I had the Fold for like literally like half a day. I had it like I was sleeping most of it. It's like it's okay so far. It's all right. I don't know. I've got to get used to it. So I like it so far. It's really nice. I mean, the camera already is 100% better on it just for taking pictures, and I like. Well, I like the different.
You're comparing it to the Surface Duo. I mean, it's not really much of a competition.
Well, like that, it should be a tablet. It shouldn't be like a foldable tablet. That'd be dope. You know,
right.
I would get that. I would get that. Not a phone.
Yeah, so I like the fact that, and also too, when I'm holding it, it's a lot thinner. So taking a phone call on this Duo when you're holding it like this, it's obviously a lot thicker. So holding it.
By the way, new skin, love it, orange, loudly like that.
Yeah. So, and here's the funny thing. What it is now that I've used foldable or dual screen devices, I don't think I could go back to like a standard slab. It's just too weird for me. I'm just used to.
Yeah. So when I worked for Samsung, I had the Z Flip.
Okay.
Oh, I love that phone so much.
I still want to get my hands on one of them.
It's the best phone I ever had, and even though it didn't have
I don't know why.
Specs, it was enough. You know what I mean? It was just the right amount of what I needed, and it was cool.
See, I've had the Fold, and I've never had the Flips, the Motorola or the Samsung. I want to try one because I'm a nerd, and I just want to try one. I probably couldn't use it forever, but I definitely want to try one because I like innovation.
I think when they first came out, the majority of the people, like they did a survey, and like 60% of the users that switched over to the Z Flip were for men.
Yeah. Well, there's a buddy I work with. He was like a Moto guy, like Moto Z. He loved the Moto because they had plastic screens, and he had the Moto mods and all that stuff. And right before we left where I work, because of this COVID situation, we haven't been in where I worked for a year. He actually had one. He brought it, and I thought, firstly, I couldn't believe he got a Samsung because he was a big Moto guy for years and always kind of complained about Samsung. And then two was, I was like, "How do you like that?" He's like, "Dude, it's awesome. I can just deploy it. It's great. Just put it in my pocket. It's cool. People ask about it. It's a lot of fun." He loves that thing. He's had it now for a little while. I asked him, "How you like your Flip?"
Just die.
My light just died.
You just went dark all of a sudden. No, I don't know what happened there.
No, my lights, nothing's changing. I think it's like with your Pixel, it's orange. It just has yellow.
Yeah, I'm not. I look like Orange Face Phyllis. I am not orange. This is really weird. I don't know what's going on. I'm not orange.
Yeah, and as Michael's asking,
I've been tangoed.
I think they all do. I think all the Samsung devices have, even like the A series phones. I think.
No,
they don't.
It's only SD.
No DeX. Oh, that's not cool.
Yeah, see, you did that. I didn't know that either.
This came with Dex. It's really nice.
Yeah,
I like it.
For some reason, they kept it out, and I don't know why. But I suppose it could be limitations to the battery size. I suppose 'cause it's a really small phone.
Really? Have you? I mean, I'm sure you try to look at it. I mean, it's. I guess it's kind of a specific need, right?
But I feel like it's one of those things that unless someone's gonna actually carry a keyboard and mouse with them,
yeah,
like Bluetooth as well. Like, because I don't want to be typing on there if I'm looking at a big screen, unless I have to.
Your guys in the chat and TK Auerbay. Hello, everyone.
I'm glad you said that this week, because normally you're like, "It's all mine." You don't like to share, TK.
Yeah, TK's
he's just got a new Tesla, so he's officially made it to the YouTube space now. He's never mind the 100,000 subscribers. It's the Tesla. That's the ticket.
So that's what I was gonna ask. So I was gonna ask. That's a good question. So Val, how do you feel about like that? Are you like into the Tesla electric car EV thing, or is it not your thing? Like if you got 150,000 followers on YouTube, like okay, it's Tesla time. Let's go get it, right? Or how do you feel about just electric cars and the whole Tesla thing? What's your opinion on all
that? If I had a home, where I could put that charger and everything, I would get one. Just because in the long run, electric I feel like is going to be the way to go. It's annoying having to plug in your car every so often, but I mean, once they get a better battery in there that'll last you a lot longer, it's going to be like game changer.
Yeah. Well, also some infrastructure.
Still not that popular here, which is the weird thing. Literally see anywhere I go, you literally see probably one, maybe 2 a week, if you're lucky.
I went to a video shoot, and the lady, she brought her Tesla, and it's the X that goes up, and she put Christmas music on, and it did flashing lights with the Christmas music and lifted the arms and with the beat.
I've seen a video do that. That's crazy.
It was
oh my God, dance.
Your car is awesome. It just makes music. And I like it. Let's get it.
Your car dance. It literally dances. Man. The Tesla's dance. It's crazy.
I don't know when you would really want that feature, but I mean, it can have. It can do.
It's like features in any tech, though, isn't it? We don't need the features, but why not?
Yeah. So, but the problem with me is one of the battery issues, problem, but really infrastructure. Like if you live
JQ,
if you live in a large city, you're fine. If you live where I live, you're done. There's no way to get. There's no infrastructure. There's no charger.
You live in the woods.
I know. I live in the woods. So for people the problem is the majority of Americans.
You get to the end of your drive, you're going to need to recharge the car.
Don't live in cities. A lot of people live in like the middle of Missouri or the middle of Florida or the middle of like North Carolina. Those people don't have access to high-speed internet. Nope. Those people don't have access to any infrastructure. So if you got a car, and here's a problem: if you want to go on a long trip, you have to really think about. Like if I'm traveling to like Chicago, it's 300 miles away. You've got to think about and the time it takes to stop.
Especially until the supercharge network's a bit bigger. I mean, it's massive in the States. Here, I honestly don't know. But obviously, you still got to plan around it. But they're getting more long range. Definitely more long range.
With like the 5G, not everyone can have 5G. Ooh, am I blurry again? But I can get a phone.
Don't worry about it. I'm orange.
It's okay, and it's all right because this is an audio podcast. So thank God because we have faces for radio, so we're good. So not you, not so much, but it's okay. So
speak for yourself, man.
Oh, no,
she's all fuzzy. I don't know. It's okay. Nah, it's all right. Don't worry about it. So
you get what I mean. So it's like I can get a 5G phone, but I can't have 5G network here. That's fine, but eventually they will add it.
Yeah, and I guess my question is it electrical vehicles in general? Or is it just a Tesla? Because I think GM, I think it's 2035, all GM vehicles will be electric only. Everyone thinks like, wow, 2035, that's 14 years from now. That's not a long time. That's a really short time. No, it's not. Trust me. So I guess my question is, like, let's say GM had a really sharp looking kind of car that was like a Tesla-ish car. Is it the Tesla brand that you're more into, or is it electrical cars in general? Like if you had an EV option that was pretty cool, you'd probably go for it.
I don't know. It really depends on comparing it side by side, and the way it like rides. So I can't just say I'm not gonna like this car, but once I sit in it, I'm not gonna change my mind, because that's what happened in my car. So I don't know. Everything. I feel like every car is different in general. You have to ride it to really know if you want it or not.
Yeah. Well, definitely. I think it's more important than actually what the car looks like from the outside. Yeah. My wife just got a car because here's the thing. I said, honey, you're not in. Nobody, you can't see the outside,
Sam.
When you, yeah.
Don't put it in a ditch.
You know what? The first car I wrecked in 15 years that I owned. So
I know.
I think it's pretty good.
Every time you do something stupid, you don't live it down. So
no, that's okay.
It's because it's rare. Life. So I have to make the most of these situations.
So
yeah. I like them. But I don't know. I feel like I need a car with big rims. No, I'm sorry, with big wheels, not big rims. Big wheels.
Yeah, I was going to say, big rims are not going to get you very far.
No. It's the big wheels. Because there's like, sometimes, you're just driving and,
I totally get it. And it's, but really, I mean, right. It's about ride. It's about comfort. It's about the way because like I said, you're going to be in the car. I'm more concerned about the way a car looks on the inside and how it feels and how it rides, as opposed to what it looks like on the outside, because you're never outside the car. When you're driving it to work, you're sitting in it. It doesn't matter.
We care. Pedestrians. We care what your car looks like. No.
You got to get
one. I don't really need one either. I work over there.
Right. Where's your work? Over there across the street.
It's over there.
Over those bushes. It's on the other side of those bushes. That's where it's at.
Yeah, I don't work in the bushes. That's just weird.
Yeah.
Never know.
So Twitch.
I mean, I might be English, but I'm not crazy.
Right. So on your Twitch channel, what's your major game of play? What games do you like to stream? Do you like to vary? What's your major game that you like to play on the Twitch and you're streaming?
So recently it was Call of Duty, but I just got Apex, and I'm addicted because it's like a better version of Fortnite. Not that I like Fortnite, but Apex.
Nope.
Nope. Exactly. So if you don't like Fortnite, Apex is like a better version of that, but with no building. It's just like fighting, kind of like Warzone style, but it's fine and it's easy.
It's easy. Yeah. Warzone is just a sweaty mess. Like it's absolute sweaty mess.
Just like you're just a little better at Apex. I don't know if you already do Warzone.
Yeah, I tried to play Fortnite with Roger, and yeah, it was.
You tried to play Fortnite with Roger is the start of the sentence.
Roger was pretty good. Jermaine's like
it's because
really
it's
good.
Fortnite. Get him in Warzone. Tell you now, they wouldn't stand a chance.
I didn't know what the hell was going on because I'm watching people like run, and I was like going to shoot at them, and they're like building these bridges and running up the walls. I'm like, what the hell's going on? What the hell's happening?
Yeah, see, you did that when I got you on Warzone for the first time. You sort of standing like looking around and running into buildings, and I'm like, where are you going?
Right,
just gone.
Because the only time I play Call of Duty, it's pretty much hardcore free for all. That's all I play because that's all. It's the quick maps. I usually finish middle or bottom.
Yeah.
And then I get in Warzone, and then I don't know these maps, and it's all different because now you have teams, and you got to think about it, and you got to strategize, and it's like,
Multiplayer is where I spent most of my years. Like most of my years was in multiplayer for Call of Duty, definitely. And then Blackout came along, and Blackout was a bit like, It was Blackout was basically pre-Warzone. It was Call of Duty Blackout. They tried it once, didn't work, and then Warzone came along, and obviously was a massive success. But so after multiplayer, Warzone's the only other thing that's ever got me out of multiplayer.
Do you think that Warzone became so big because it finally was the one that kind of like did the crossplay? Do you think that's
I think crossplay is the massive thing about it because matchmaking, if you have crossplay turned off, matchmaking takes forever. But the fact you can play with anyone, anytime, anywhere, on any system is just insane. I play with TK. He's on PC. I'm on PS5. You can't do that on any other game.
I call TK on my PC.
Oh, you do?
I'm trying to build my computer, but I just don't know whether I should go and get a pre-built or get stuff and get them separate. You know what I mean? But then again, I don't know.
Well, and here's the funny thing: it's like the same controller.
The chat is full of people that can help with that right now.
Right. And the funny thing is, it's just like anything else, right? It's like you're gonna have people like, oh, if you buy a pre-built, you're totally overpaying, you're not getting what you want, and then you got the hardcore builder people, and then you got people like me who are like, look, I just want to buy. I have a laptop. I bought a HP Omen. It's fine. It's pre-built. It's done.
See, I'd go pre-built just because I don't want to have to mess around with BIOS and all that stuff. I
was told from the guy at Best Buy, he said, there's this one available. This is the only one in stock. You can get this and then just upgrade the pieces later. You think I should do that?
That's a good
giving
question
yourself
for
the
people.
Option. Yeah, that's a good question for the people. But I think giving yourself the option, buying a pre-built that is upgradable. Yeah. £1,000 off. It's easily upgradable, yeah. Upgrade from the motherboard all the way to the GPUs and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, I think that would probably be the best. But you have people that are hardcore. They'll be like, "Oh, yeah, but you could save a whole lot of money." Well, yeah, of course you can save a lot of money if you built the deck in front of your house yourself. Sure, you just go buy the lumber and build your deck. Sure, it's easy, right? It just takes the time. So I don't know. A lot. What's Roger saying? Previous systems would definitely have. Yeah, PC building's not for everyone. Yeah, so if you've never done them. Yeah, there you go. See, I think you've already made up your mind.
You can say that. You should see his PCs. They're really nice. He's got the Life of Tech custom side panel and everything.
And then he builds his own studio from pallets, which is also a kind of an awesome thing, right? So Roger's all about building. So he's not like you, Val. He likes to build, like a lot of stuff. He's into building. So that's everybody's.
I'll tell you what. He had never done DIY before he built that studio. It was the most amazing accomplishment I've ever seen for somebody who had no idea what they were doing. Really? Built a studio.
Oh yeah, it's awesome.
Outside, and it is so good.
And if you haven't subscribed to Roger's
he has
channel,
a video. Yeah. He's just released an update video on his channel.
It's really cool.
Fine, Roger.
Yeah, she's gonna. Oh well, I was gonna say I think she answered the question. We were gonna ask what kind of phone she uses, but we just saw the phone, so she's got herself an iPhone, which is cool.
Put that phone down.
Let me explain. So after I left Samsung, no more Samsung. I was like, let me get something quick. So I was like, okay, let me get a small phone. I didn't want a big phone. But I wasn't going to get the S20 if the S21 was about to come out.
Okay.
So I waited, and then I ended up ordering the S21 Plus in gold. So, yeah, I'm excited. Okay. I can't wait. Cool. I hate this phone. Trust me, I hate this phone.
Really?
Okay. Josh's comment.
Yeah, right?
So there we go. Well, you're definitely a fan of most of the people here. Most of the people here, I think there are a few that maybe use an iPhone, but most of the people here are definitely Android folk in here. So you're among good company. And Matt, I am
alone. I am alone in my phone category. None of you lot are interested in
a OnePlus.
No, I'm ROG.
Oh, Moto G.
Yeah, ROG phone for him.
The ROG Phone 5 Ultimate is going to be my favorite phone this year, so 100%. ROG Phone 1, 2, 3. 3, meh. Bit of a letdown. But ROG Phone 5.
Jermaine's in the chat, iPhone, and then Greg's like,
hey,
iPhone.
Jermaine's been dropping stuff. Jermaine's been dropping stuff on Twitter all day. He's like got all these ideas in his head, and he's going insane. I think he's going slowly insane. I don't.
Well, you know what they say: the best content or the best creators are usually like the people who are the best artists.
Concept creator going mad about creating concepts.
Yes, there's crazy. I forgot his name. He's a Twitch person, but he always goes crazy on his things, and it's like funny. But he gets like so many subscribers, and sometimes I'm thinking like, should I be going a lot more crazy? Because like.
You're pretty.
See,
you know what? You're very chill. No.
Val's
very chill. Val's very chill on her streams. Like I've watched her in situations. I've been in those situations. I've lost my damn mind. She's just like oh, and I'm just like, how are you so calm?
Matt's ready to throw his controller out the window.
No. I will never throw my controller. Yes. PS5 controller is not just too expensive, it's very hard to get hold of.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that's just an approach, right? So a lot of people really like the guys that get animated and upset and throw their computers and scream at the, and then there's people that just want to listen to it and I think they just enjoy a nice chill.
I'm not crazy.
Calm.
I'm just.
You get mad about it.
I get mad at myself because I let myself get into a situation where I died, and I shouldn't be doing that. I know better.
See, and you got people like Jermaine's like, I think it's whatever you want to do. Like you can try it, but if it's not in your nature to kind of like, if you're just like, you play your Call of Duty and you get beat or something happens, you're like, oh, that sucks. Okay, well, that's cool. I don't care. And then you got Matt going, God, he loses his mind. It's hard.
Competitive gaming, man. I love it.
It's
usually something that's not thing at the minute.
It's usually a lot of me screaming because like I get surprised that I got hit.
And like I said, and the problem is if you do something that's not authentically your demeanor, it's going to look inauthentic, and people are going to go, that's fake. She's just doing that just for views or clicks or whatever.
It's not just that, though, because you do genuinely get annoyed with Warzone, because I think they do it on purpose, but genuinely they make guns way... We had just got out of DMR zone, and now we are currently dealing with the AUG, which just won't piss off. It doesn't matter what you do. If you're fighting someone with an AUG and you haven't got one, you're dead. There's nothing you can do about it. It's just like when the DMR was overpowered. Every time you got hit twice, you were done.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It is crazy. So you got to rock an AUG and an FFAR, or you're just going to die all the time. And I don't like that because I like to use my different loadouts all the time.
Yeah.
It pisses me off.
So how many main loadouts do you have for like Warzone?
My main loadout, weirdly, is M13 and MAC-10. Currently. That's my favorite. I don't know why I like the M13 so much, but it's just a laser.
Yeah.
It's a bit weaker than some of the other guns, but like the AMAX and that, but it's good. I like it. But at the minute, I have to use the AUG because everybody else is using the AUG.
So Josh is saying FFAR and MAC-10 or FFAR and MP5.
You see, FFAR and MAC-10 and FFAR and MP5. So the FFAR is an AR that is basically an SMG. So you need to use the FFAR with an other AR gun. So the FFAR is mid to close range and it slaps like a SMG, and then you use another AR for longer range. Or you can rock it with the Kar 98 or a sniper rifle. But personally, the FFAR is not very good at long range. So you need to rock it with another gun.
Hopefully everybody's taking notes.
I like
personal opinion.
P90 for my like close range, and then the far range, I think it's called like an EBR or something like that.
Yeah, the EBR. Yeah.
See, I'm out. See.
I like that. Yeah. That's fun. At least
this is what I mean. That's unique because anybody else would be like, yeah, I use this, and everybody uses this or this. Whatever's meta is what everybody uses.
You know what's my favorite? When we do like multiplayer knives, like knives only. That's my favorite.
I've seen. We did this weird challenge once where it was the one chest challenge. So we landed in whatever chest you open one chest, whatever you get out of it, you have to play the whole game with.
What if you didn't get anything?
That was fun. No, because then you have to rock pistol the whole way through the game. It was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. It was dead fun though. But I got a sniper rifle, and I love my sniper rifle, so I'm good.
So that's both his mains. I guess he's got the Krig or the MP5. So yeah, it's interesting to see how like different people.
Krig's all right.
Yeah, so it's cool to see that Valve doesn't use a standard loadout. It's kind of cool.
Which MP5, Cold War or Modern Warfare? I want to know the answer to that question.
Cool. So that's kind of interesting that Valve uses kind of, I guess, the non-standard loadout.
That's an unusual loadout. Yeah, you don't see many people using those guns.
Mine has a laser, like the little pink lasers.
There you go. It's gonna get killed in style.
If I get killed by somebody with an EBR-14 and it's got pink lasers, I'll be like, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Oh, Val's out here. Looks like she's out here killing people. Let's go.
Yeah. I've only ever been killed by one streamer before, so that was an experience.
Right.
You wiped our entire team. Yeah.
Let's go. One thing, Matt.
That's so. Who was said streamer? Who's the person that did it to you?
Z-Laner. he wiped our entire team out.
Him by himself?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. Yep. That's it.
It's like
I never
Jason
knew.
Bourne.
No, because that's
Jason
how
Bourne.
That's what I because that experience was like a few months ago, and that's when I started watching his stuff on Facebook Gaming. Okay. The dude's insane. I was like, no wonder he beat us. He's slapping teams all over the map on his own. So
I'm curious. So when you're doing your stream, what are the main other people that you pay attention to and watch? Like, what are your favorite go-to? It doesn't have to even be like game streamers. It can be anybody doing any kind of content. Do you watch a lot of other people's Call of Duty stuff, or what do you do when you're looking at other people's stuff? What are you usually consuming, or what are you watching or doing?
So now I got into like watching streamers, like female streamers. Okay. I want to learn from them. They're doing something that's working.
Correct.
So it's going to be Valkyrie and Pokey name. But mainly Valkyrie. Mainly her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's kind of cool.
That's one I'll check out. Yeah.
So Apex Legends, how long have you been playing? How long have you been kind of messing with that a little bit? Is it just fairly new or?
3 days.
3? Okay. That's really new. Okay.
3 whole days more than I've ever played it. It looks all right.
It looks okay.
It does look. It looks different. Something different from the same as everything else that's out there.
So if we're looking at my stats on Apex, I think I played like 7 games, and I've won once, and then the top 5 like 2 times. So
okay, that's pretty good.
That's quite a decent record.
Yeah,
especially for somebody who's been playing 3 times.
I've never won nothing. So that's
pretty
good.
I was looking at my stats earlier because I was just curious, and you're on my friends list. Obviously, you play in Warzone, and I was looking at my stats just to see how many kills for and against my KD. And I looked down and I saw you, and I was just like, "Oh, plus that."
Oh yeah, it's bad. It's bad.
68 deaths, 1 kill. I was like, "Oh, plus."
Oh no.
Yeah.
But it's just a game, innit? I tell you what, when me and Sam play Call of Duty, I did get him in Warzone. Okay, so he didn't really like that. But then we get him in Plunder with TK. So me, TK, and Sam. He quite enjoyed that.
Yeah,
but what Sam likes the most is when I create a private game of free-for-all, I put bots in it, and me v him.
Yeah, that's the most enjoyable because we just run around the map and just like have fun. Real quick matches,
it's crazy.
Real quick games.
It is crazy.
Yeah.
Especially for my kind of play style, which is like running and gunning, right? Because I don't really care about cover. It's a game. That's not real life. So I don't
like shoot.
Yeah, I just like to shoot stuff. So my thing is this: I like to shoot everything that I can see. So like I don't like playing on teams because I want to shoot my own teammates and stuff. Where if I have,
Roger, it's not it's just juice. I'm just using the Beyond Cup because it's got a lid on it and I won't spill it.
He's got a sippy cup.
You have to play core because then core is like you shoot whatever you want. You're not going to shoot your teammates.
Okay.
I shot him a few times.
Well, it's probably because, and the problem is because I ran out in front of fire, so it wasn't like Matt aiming for me. It's me just basically running out there, running into cover fire, which is fine. I wouldn't do that.
That's where you are extremely good at being bait, so we know where everybody else is.
So there you go. See, at least I have some kind of new use.
There you go. We did that.
If I send you into Superstore first when we land, I know then who is around you.
Yep.
This is safe. There you go, you see?
Then you won't die all the way. You'll protect you before,
Oh, no, somehow he'll die all the way. I don't know what happens.
Maybe I should play Bus Simulator. Maybe it's something for me. Maybe I should play Bus Simulator. Maybe that's kind of maybe more my speed. No, it's kind of fun. I don't know. I've seen Apex Legends.
Is single-player games. I do genuinely, like, as much as I love online competitive games, I miss the old-fashioned single-player games where nothing was online, just single-player.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a few, like Days Gone and things like that, but...
Oh, okay. I get what you mean. Like Pikmin? You remember Pikmin?
Yeah, Pikmin, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Matt's friend, why are my friends put you off playing Warzone just because you got yelled at because you kept dying all the time?
Right. You yelled at. Yeah,
not by me. It's not by me.
Luigi's Mansion or what's the other
Luigi's Mansion, yeah.
Mario Sunshine? Those were good.
Mario Sunshine, yeah. I'm even older school. I'm like, Mario 64. Old like those. Yeah, those kind of games. Actually, one of my favorite games to play on the N64 was Turok. I loved Turok. I thought that was one of the most.
I had that on
games
PlayStation. My first PlayStation, I got that game.
Yeah, Turok was awesome. That game was a blast. They had the reason why it was a blast because I just liked the level design because it was puzzling, but it was kind of fun. But also they had the best weapon ever. It's called the cerebral bore. So what this thing was, you shoot it, it had a tracking thing, it would fly around in the air and it would attach to the back of somebody's skull and go boom and like detonate. I was like, now that's a cool weapon. I said I've never seen it in any other game called that. So it's I like those kind of.
It's not called that. There's the dart in Call of Duty where you throw it and it tracks. It's not the same thing though.
No, it's not the same thing. No, that name's cool. So yeah, so I like.
I'm playing Days Gone at the minute. Offline, I'm playing Days Gone. Days Gone is. I love my end of the world horror games like Resident Evil and stuff like that. Days Gone is really good.
So what?
Crap! What was it called? It was called Little
Big Planet.
No, it's a horror game. It's a horror
game. Big Planet. It was a war game. Little Big Planet. Little Big Planet.
War game.
It wasn't a war game. Crap! Little Monsters? No, I forgot what it's called. Never mind. If I remember it,
we'll get to it. So maybe somebody in the chat recognizes it, like I said. So yeah, I still like playing. I mean, that's what I mostly play is just single player game. I play Ghost of Tsushima, Horizon.
I still want to play that. Yeah, Horizon Zero Dawn, one of my all-time favorite single player games.
Yeah, that's a great game.
What is it?
Horizon Zero Dawn. So it's the one. You should now if you like single player games and you want to talk about just a really well written, fun story. It's like it's one of the few games I didn't skip cutscenes. Like you're just like okay, I'm not.
Because you start as a young girl, and then you literally, it's so good.
Yeah,
and then the sequel's coming out this year, next year, last year.
Never.
What's it called?
Wait, no, it was supposed to be last year, but then it was this year,
PS4.
And now it's
on
next
PC
year.
too.
It's a PS5 launch game, but it failed to launch with the PS5. So
yeah. Got it.
It is. The only thing is, Horizon is Sony exclusive.
So that means PC can?
Yeah, I think it's on PC. Although you know how people always complain about the PC.
Ported it over, yeah, because it is a Sony console game. Like it's a launch title for PS4 and PS5, and the original was only on PlayStation 4.
There you go. I guess one of his friends is giving Joe the business, so that's okay. Yeah. So Little Nightmares, was that the name?
Little Nightmares, yes.
Little Nightmares.
Yeah, I figured Jermaine would probably know. He seems to be pretty up on that.
My mom likes that game. She keeps telling me I need to stream it because it's like like one person. Yeah.
Yeah. I like one of the horror game I used to like was Dying Light. I thought it was a pretty cool game too. That was a lot of fun to play.
That was it was okay. It was good. Yeah, it was all right, but it wasn't like original, and it was a bit slow, but it was all right.
There you go, Josh. Says Val's one of
The Last of Us. There you go. The Last of Us and Resident Evil. Well, the newer Resident Evils, not the middle Resident Evils where it was shit. The newer ones. No, because Resident Evil went really good, and then it went all right, and then it went really shit for a few years, and now it's gone back to being really good again.
I think I only played one of the Resident Evils, and I didn't like it, so. Yeah.
The new ones are more. It's not like the new ones are like first-person horrors. So like proper, you're in first person, and you are going to feel everything they feel. You have no guns or anything like that.
I want to do it like a VR.
You have to scavenge. They do have a VR. I kid you not. Do not play Resident Evil Biohazard in VR. I nearly had a fucking heart attack. I nearly died. I swear to God, because the game is in first person anyway, and it is genuinely a nerve-wracking game. But in VR, I shit my pants. I'm not going to lie.
I should stream that too. That would be cool.
Honestly,
Roger,
it is insane in VR.
Apparently, Roger's not a horror game fan. I remember the only time I got freaked out by a game was playing Silent Hill. Like at night, that game's freaky. When you especially back in the day, I was
Silent Hill.
This game's
That's
scary.
a game that needs to come back. That has been gone for way too long.
Well, especially because one time I was doing, and it was like a spatial audio, so it sounded like whoever was talking was literally over here, and it got me to go, oh, holy shit! I was I thought it was somebody actually there because I had headphones on. I thought it was somebody standing there. It was
You know you're playing a good horror film when it literally makes you go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Like in real life, not in the game, but in real life, you just gone, what the fuck was that?
Have you guys ever been to the movie theaters that they have the sounds kind of right here too?
Mm-hmm. It's all around. So it's sort of Dolby Atmos is its way around the studio.
Yeah, I don't know.
You can be pretty freaked out by things, and you'll just be like, "What the fucking hell was that?"
Worse stuff like that, like scary stuff, because I know it's not real, But then again, something real, but it's not happening to you.
Yeah, right. You think that's just it. It's not happening to you, so your brain just still goes, "What was that?" And you're like, "No, nothing. I'm watching a film. It's not really happening."
Yeah. So this is to Roger. He's like, you play Mortal Kombat 11. So I played Mortal Kombat back in the old days.
Mortal Kombat is free for PlayStation Plus subscribers. Just anybody in the chat has got a PlayStation.
A PlayStation or something.
Yeah.
I wore the hoodie last week, and it's actually upstairs. I do have a PlayStation hoodie.
Yeah, he's a PlayStation guy, for sure. I have a PlayStation now, but I've had Xboxes. Actually, I had to give my Xbox to my daughter because the other one she had kind of croaked on her. So I just she's using that. So I haven't used my Xbox, and I don't really even turn on my. I'm
not like a savage. Like I'm not. I'm not like I will never ever own anything else. No. Right. I just really like the PlayStations. I want an Xbox because I love Halo, and I want to get the new one. But obviously that's Xbox exclusive, so I want to get an Xbox.
You don't think they'll have it on PC?
Oh, I'm sure they will, yeah.
I think it'll come to PC, but I don't have
PC instead of having two of the same consoles just for one game.
Yeah, well, that's what I was thinking. But then I'm in the same situation where do I buy a pre-built? Do I build one? And by the time I've done all of this, I could have bought the basic Xbox and just played Halo, and that's it.
No.
But I do want to. I have got an aim. This room I am in, this infamous flowery wallpaper, will not be going anywhere because everyone loves it apparently. And this room I'm in is going to be the man cave / gaming / studio area. And I do want to get a PC and monitor in the corner at some point, but I don't know where I'm going to go with that just yet.
Yeah.
But we have people to help us, so we should be all right.
So we got Josh. He's a PlayStation guy, but he wants an Xbox too. Yeah, I had for a while. I had both. I had always had an Xbox.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly.
The only reason you get both is for the exclusives, isn't it? But like you say, you may as well just get a PC at that point because then at least you can have the exclusives, and it's a PC, so you can use it for other stuff.
Yeah,
but you have to wait a while.
I'm definitely this week.
So that's cool. So
Steam and stuff is the main reason I want to get a PC because they do the exclusives and they have offers all the time that are you just can't beat them offers. Like Warzone and all this, you can play it all obviously on PC and that as well. So eventually I want to get a decent PC I can do everything on and then have the PS5 upstairs in the living room.
For me, it's mainly to be able to do like the streaming because I had bought a Galaxy Book S, but I was like, I don't need it for much because I have a Mac as well. It wasn't enough, so I was like, okay, let me get something else, just something light. Not for I didn't realize that you probably need something with a bigger, everything to be able to.
Some oomph on it, a little bit of oomph, yeah.
It's got to have oomph.
That's why I'm going to PC mainly. I want to really take this streaming for real.
Right.
Yeah.
So my question: have you tried out the Xbox Game Pass and stuff? Do you play that, or have you tried it? Or does that interest you in any way, or is it just having the Xbox and playing on there? Have you even tried the Game Pass?
Well, there's Game Pass for PC as well. So I think I'm just gonna get the Game Pass for PC once I do it, because it's not an experience when you're not able to use like OBS or something like Streamlabs to do all the extra little things. So that's why I haven't really invested too much in my Xbox, because if I know I'm switching to PC, I might as well do everything.
Yeah, just go all the way in on that. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're saying. It's pretty much what, because obviously I do this off my phones. I have various different phones, test them all the time, and I use my phones to stream. But I want a proper setup, and I want it for this, for gaming, for work and stuff.
Forces all three of us and actually stream, because what you're seeing is like all these big time, like streamers. They're joining groups together and using each other's like platforms to get each other's words out there. So you just gotta join up in a team.
Well, we'd love to, but we're not going to bring you many subscribers, because we're kind of like small fish in the sea. But that's okay. Yeah, I think but you're right. I think that's a trend. I think you've noticed. Yeah,
small fish, but you're going to be a big fish.
Well, maybe someday. I gotta get much better at Warzone. Although probably, I think people would enjoy watching me just getting my head.
I can teach you.
We're all playing. We can all do it together.
Yeah. I think I'd probably more enjoyable just watching people just getting shot. Is this guy really that bad? This is more enjoyable to sit there and watch this guy. This guy's getting killed in all sorts of really interesting ways. This guy sucks. It's going to be maybe that's the draw. Maybe that'd be like the fail friend. Right?
Well, we definitely need to squad up. That is 100% accurate.
Sure.
Barry Johnson's in the house. Welcome, Barry. Thank you for joining. I know I'm glad he's here. So we got I guess we should do that, because I'm glad you mentioned that trend, because I think that is a thing, like people kind of getting together and doing those. Yeah, and that's kind of a thing. And I think
look at our chat. Our guys, just incredible creators in the chat right now.
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah,
insane.
Yeah. I mean, definitely. And then you guys, Josh, like you guys like Nickerson, Tim, the Tat Man, Cloaksies. I don't know who these people. I don't know. I am so far like not in the loop on this. I'm bad.
But you can be. Or you just join us, and you can be in the crew, and you will learn as you go. What do you think that do you think me and Val were just born with this gaming? No, you start from the bottom, and you learn as you go.
Well, maybe Val did, because she seems like a pretty natural. I've watched hers. I'm like, these are really. I was like, I don't think I could even. That's good. There's a natural flair to it. And I just heard, like I said again, I like her. I like watching your shit because they're chill. Like I watch like Matt, because I know I was like, oh, Matt would be pissed. He'd be like,
No, that happened. She literally just she was just streaming a minute ago. I said to God, she broke her legs and nearly died. I was like, what happened?
I was trying to open my parachute really close, and then it just didn't happen. And I was like, okay.
Parachute didn't work. I'm dead. Okay.
No, but we've all done that. We've all broken our legs, not realised what was going on. I do it as well, because I've got auto deploy turned off. So it's just sort of.
Well, I do auto deploy it, but I get it off and on and off and on and off, so that I can get closer to the ground.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
So I
Sam doesn't like what.
Well, no, I would like to. I just, like I said, it's just about the time, and also with Matt and I, there's such a time difference, 6 hours. He's working.
I have got a question. Settings-wise, what settings do you play on? With controller, like sensitivity and ADS and stuff.
So for mine, I'll tell you right now. So sensitivity, I'm using horizontal stick 4, vertical 3. I used to use it really high before, but then I got better being able to control it more.
Yeah, because I'm 6 both.
Yeah.
But I remember sometimes it's easier to use slower because you can aim better.
Yeah.
When you're using higher sensitivity, you have to stop.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're going to keep going.
Yeah.
So, do you have aim assist standard? I'm assuming everybody has standard, don't they? Really?
Yeah, standard. Ooh, what can I change it to make it better?
There's precision. There's focus. You can change it to the point where the problem with aim assist is if when you're turning to shoot somebody behind you, if somebody's over there, aim assist slows you down automatically to a near stop. So the person behind you kills you because you can't turn around fast enough.
So just leave it to
So I keep it on standard, yeah. Because anything higher than that, it slows it down too much if you're moving around. Especially when you land in Superstore and stuff. Yeah. You just turn and then the aim assist precision just takes over and you can't turn around.
Are you really good?
I'm good.
What's your KD?
I am good. I am good. It's 1.06 at the minute.
Okay.
But it's not high because we tend to just dive in sweaty a lot. Either Superstore or Stadium at the minute. Stadium, second floor.
So I'm going to listen to you.
Yeah.
Stadium, second floor is insane.
That's
you could land there with a pistol and whip about 5 guys.
Yeah, lately I've been noticing not many people go there. But that's the only thing
I was playing today and everyone was going there. Everybody was going to Stadium. It's like, wait, if downtown is right there, the zombies are in downtown. Go and play with them.
Yeah, exactly.
But no one's going there because the zombies is shit.
I have an Atari little toy. And it's like still in like good condition. I wonder if it's like worth anything because I know like that's like a really important name, right?
Oh, well, yeah,
maybe. Have a look on eBay.
Atari's not too bad. This was one of my first games. This was old. I got it when I was 7 years old in 1980. Yeah, I was old. I am old. I don't care.
So you know, I wasn't born in 1982, man.
Yeah,
just like throw that out there.
You don't say you're old, okay? You say you feel. You say the age you feel.
I'm experienced. Whatever. That sounds good.
Okay.
Yeah, experienced, right? Yeah. I know, and I learned something new because I never even thought about changing settings. I just had the stock.
Oh no, you can go in.
Well, no, you can't.
There's a lot of guides on what settings do what online, but then they give you a base point and say, right, so this is a base point of the best settings that the pros use, right? So you look at them and then you make them better for yourself.
Yeah.
But everybody says don't use like the horizontal and vertical sensitivity. Less than 5 is just, you can't. Everybody uses more than 5. So if somebody's behind you using 6 and you're sideways using 4, they're always going to beat you because you can't turn fast enough. And it's just that I watched all these different videos and I finally tweaked it to what I prefer for myself. I mean, there's some dudes out there that use 15 as the sensitivity. I'm like, how can you even aim at anyone at 15?
Yeah, no, I like I think my favorite is the square map.
Oh yeah, square map. Got to be square. I used to use circle all the time, and then my mate was like, "No, use square. You can see more." And I was like, "Really? Right? Okay, I didn't know that was a thing." Because all the settings are hidden, and they're all different. So if you're on PC, you have graphic settings, and you have all these other FOV. I hate the fact that PC players have a massive advantage over console players with FOV. Their field of view is 120. Ours is 80. So they can see us on their screen. They did this video where a PC player is standing in front of a console player off to the side. And the PC player could see the console player, but the console player couldn't see the PC player because the field of view is different. And they have the option to change it to 180.
It makes sense that I'm going to PC now then.
So, and I'm like, but PC gamers do, in Warzone especially, have a massive advantage over console gamers.
Yeah.
It's nearly unfair, which is why crossplay is good, but also shit. Because hackers for one.
Right. Well, Londo, I guess he plays on a 10, so that's probably, I would say, probably more sensitive than.
Man, you're insane. Turn that down, you crazy motherfucker.
Well, hey,
10?
you don't know. Maybe.
Well, you're
really
spinning around in circles in the gulag because you don't know which direction you're at.
Yeah, Josh switched his map to square as well, so much better. And PC is great because you can use ultra-wide monitors and can see more. Yeah. I mean, that's the
field of view on the PC is the biggest gripe. The worst bit is they can add field of view to consoles settings, so we can change ours. They just haven't.
No. Okay, well, I mean that. Well, then there you go. Now Val's going to be. Not only is she pretty going to be better, she's going to move to a platform that allows her to see more and have an advantage. So she's going to really just roast you. It's going to be. I'm going to just watch the stream, so she's just shoot you in the face. That'd be fun.
No, because we're going to be teammates. She's not going to be shooting at me.
No,
she's going to be shooting at other people, and I'm going to be standing behind her.
On Warzone or whatever, you get opposite things that I want to see her, especially when she gets her PC. I want to see her just basically shoot you in the face. That's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, that's just you just want to see her kill me. That's what you.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. I'm not going to lie. I'm not gonna lie. So yeah,
I hate you sometimes.
I know. It's okay. It's a hate relationship. That's why it makes the podcast so good because it's all good. So it's a mutual thing. So it's
true.
Good. Pong, Odyssey, and the Atari. Cool. There you go. See, it's not just me. I'm not the only old guy here. Magnavox Odyssey.
You just called one of us.
Good stuff, man. That's good stuff. Pong. Yeah, the old Pong where you just put it up to the TV. It was black and white. Oh. It's, you guys got it so easy now. It's all good. You whippersnappers. You knew whippersnappers. I used to
whippersnapper. I'm 30. I'm not 4.
Right. So and then and Greg's saying get either an MSI or a ROG laptop. That's what he's suggesting.
I want a PC. I don't want a laptop. I don't want MSI or ROG. The gaming companies.
So yeah. I was thinking of I think it's called like Next Level or something like that.
Gaming laptops on
Build.
Very good.
Oh, the Build. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay.
Is that a good brand?
I don't know. I've never heard. I'm not exactly a PC build. I mean, I know what's available. I listen to people like the folks in the chat because they're the ones that really know all these things. There's some really like dedicated people who really know all that kind of stuff. Building, water cooling. You know who I watch?
The thing is, you've got to. The problem is you've got to know because your case has got to be right for what build you want. So that's the worst part about building a PC, because if you don't know what you want, you don't know what case to buy, because you don't know how big or small you're going to want it, what you're going to want in it, water cooled or not. It all depends on your case as well.
Right.
Yes, my thing is I like just getting a laptop because I like the portability of it, and I'm sure I could have probably spent the same amount of money get like an actual desktop, an actual rig, and probably it got a lot better. But I just like having a laptop because I can pick it up, and if I want to play on the couch, I can just get a laptop and I can just play a game and move it. I don't like just sitting in my office. That's why I like a laptop.
For gaming and streaming, you need
I like
good hardware. You need good hardware for gaming and streaming at the same time.
Yeah.
Matt, I just sent you the build on Twitter.
We'll have a look at it, but this is my phone.
You only got one phone.
I am on the laptop, but it'll be very rude of me to just be like this.
Yes, I get you.
But yeah, that's the reason why I went with a laptop, is just because I like the portability of it, because I do like to go, or here's what I like to do sometimes, like on a day like today, I'll go sit outside on my back porch and just play out there. I'll just I have a little bench, I'll just sit there and I'll play outside. It's on a nice warm day, and I'll just play outside. Because I can't. But I could do it if I had an actual...
I live in the woods in a big fucking house. I've got a porch and I sit in the sun. You're like an American cliche. You know that, don't you? Like the White House, the porch, the trees, the sun.
The guns.
It's just, the guns. It's just you're an American cliche. I'm sorry. It's just...
That's okay.
What's like an English cliche?
Some dude eating fish and chips. Although, to be fair... The cliche we have is Roger, who is probably the most English-sounding person you will ever know in your life. And he didn't even know what building he was stood next to when he was in London with Jermaine. And it was Buckingham Palace. So he should be ashamed of himself. And he didn't buy him fish and chips while he was here, which is a disgrace.
Yeah, I guess I'm the prototypical American. So I guess when foreign people think of Americans, Matt's saying that I'm what they think. I guess that's fine.
What do you think? Wait, you think that all us English people walk around sipping tea, saying la-di-da all the time? No, we don't.
I don't think a lot of the English people even drink tea. I know you guys like to go to the pub a lot because that's a thing.
Oh,
that's
fuck yeah, we like to go.
Right?
We're British. We are crazy, and we like to go and drink and chant and shout and watch football, football, the game that's played with your feet. Just saying. And then get lad.
Yeah, so I don't think all British people drink tea. They call
some
it tea.
Most a lot do drink tea, but we have this weird culture where we have You walk into any supermarket, there is 900 varieties of tea. So,
well, yeah, it's a big thing there. So I guess I was going to ask Val. I noticed that on her Twitter bio, there's a Colombian flag. So were you originally born in Colombia?
I was.
Oh, wow. I heard it's a really. I see pictures of it because I watched. There was a documentary where Ewan McGregor and his buddy went all the way from like the tip of South America all the way to LA, and he went through Colombia. And I was like, wow, it is like, it's like, first of all, the coffee, and I'm clearly a coffee guy, but just like the country itself, it's always so colorful. I just like look around, I'm going, it looks like a really cool place to go. I'd like to visit someday. It looks really fun.
Definitely there's places to visit. But where I was from, it's Cali, which is the second, I think the second or third biggest city in Colombia.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't recommend for you to go there.
No, it's a little rough. I heard it came.
Let's be honest, you're American as well, Sam, so you're probably not going to be welcome with open arms.
No, I mean, like, I know stories of, like, Americans just walking behind our apartment complex, and because they saw that they were white, they were like, all right, let's jump them,
Yeah. Oh, I'm sure.
The only country where I live, but like the touristy areas, yeah, of course. Like even me, they know that I'm not Colombian because I left when I was 5.
Okay.
So I'm more Americanized when I speak Spanish, so they know just by the way you walk or talk. Like we walk differently than they do.
Right. Just your demeanor and the things.
Sam walks like a cop as well. That's the worst thing.
I do not.
You walk and because when you were a cop, you have a walk, and you still have a walk.
I
have a walk. I just walk. I didn't. They were like, hey,
police have a walk, whether they're still with the force or they're not. And you still have the walk.
Matt acts like that when I got my first day on the job. He's like, okay, I know how you've been walking for 30 years. Here's how you have to walk now. It's like that. It's not how it does.
You can't walk like a cop anymore. You're not a cop anymore. You have to change your walk. People know you were a cop.
Right. Well, like I said, but here's the thing. Like, the only city I know in Colombia is Bogota. That's the only one I know of. I like to visit.
I'm not even gonna lie.
I like to visit. It just when they were driving through, I realized it's on a TV show. I realized they're going to only show the really nice places.
They have security as well at all times when they're traveling around the world.
It's a great touristy area and it's beautiful there. Cartagena or like Medellin. If you go like in August, there's this thing called Feria de las Flores. Which is like the Fair of the Flowers. And it's
wow.
It's beautiful. It's like a light.
Yeah, my wife would love that. She likes that. She would definitely get it. And I would too. I think that just looking at the pictures when they were driving through, it just looks like a really beautiful. I mean, there are parts of it like anything else. There's parts of the United States that I wouldn't recommend going alone if you're a foreigner, if you're from another country, especially if you're, a person of color. There's probably
I want to go to these places.
You will. You get over here eventually. We'll take you to some nice spot. But yeah, I mean, it's just.
No, I want to go to those places.
Yeah.
You don't recommend.
Oh God, you'll be great. You'll be you're white as a driven snow. You're almost more white than I am being American. You'll be fine. Just throw tea bags at him and run. That's all you gotta do.
See, what do you think? I just carry tea bags around in my pocket.
Right. They take a shower with them. Like, oh, don't forget your tea bags. Put them on your head when you take a shower. Yeah.
I'll just tea bag myself.
Oh God.
No, that's not what I meant. But
I know. Yeah. So that's good. So hopefully Val gets. So you said you're looking at buying the PC fairly soon. I mean, that's definitely going to be a thing. You just have to decide how you're going to approach. Okay.
Yeah.
That's going to be good. I'm actually looking forward to see what you get.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like within the next week or so. I'm gonna start looking like hardcore. I'm looking now, but I'm gonna order it next week.
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of curious to see what you finally wind up deciding. It sounds like you're probably going to go pre-built, but if you like, what kind of like brand and what kind of specs you're rocking, that's going to be interesting to see kind of what's going on. I'm kind of curious to see what you wind up.
Me too, because then I can sort of learn. If it works for her, then I'll be like, okay, maybe I'll try that.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. So I guess the next question is, so I mean, what are you looking at? Like, what's the next thing on your channel you're looking to do? I know obviously the collaboration with other people and kind of thing, but like for just your channel, I mean, are you looking? So Apex, are you going to look to like, if you really like it, will you stream that? Like, how do you do that? How do you figure out like what games to stream and when? Is it specific for an audience, a time of the day that's better? if you're playing more, I mean, what's when you like if you Apex, you started 3 days ago, like what would be the process that you would go through? Like, okay, well, I think at some point, I think I'm going to stream Apex 2 days a week, or at this time, like, how does that work? How do you work through that process when you're thinking about what games to stream and when?
So what I've watched is watching the other streamers. They usually go in the afternoon because it's so saturated at night. Everyone is playing at night.
Right.
So what I've noticed is like more of a way of being a smaller, viewers, but still more consistent level. Because you're a little person in a small or in a big pond when you're doing it at night.
Right.
But depending on like the game, for me, it's just till I get bored. So I'm playing Call of Duty, and I'm like, okay, I need a little break. So then I go to Apex, or I had Gears. I haven't streamed Gears lately. So that'll be the next one.
Time to go to bed.
It's really just trying to see who likes what they like seeing.
Yeah.
I ask my chat a lot, so we'll see.
Well, I think you'd be good with Apex. That seems to be a really popular game now. I think people are getting kind of fatigued on Fortnite, right? Maybe they're getting really, and so this has like a Fortnite. It's kind of like for people who want to have the Fortnite experience, but don't like me look at the building and go, yeah. I think Fortnite is maybe those people that Apex is a nice easy bridge where you don't have this building, but you can still have some pretty good combat. It's pretty popular. I think if you start streaming Apex, you're probably going to get a lot of traffic because people are really looking forward to that.
Because everyone sees Call of Duty. Everyone's doing Call of Duty. So why not try
Everybody's streaming Call of Duty. Yeah.
So doing something a little
different.
And get more hype,
Apex is a good choice as well because it's a nice middle between the love of battle royales and something different to Warzone.
Yeah.
And Fortnite. Like the two main ones, it's still a battle royale, but it's something unique and different compared
what I've
to
noticed is like I get a lot of young kids that like to just be playing with me, and they come back and they're like, "Hey, can we play again?" And that really fills a lot of the empty space because they just want to talk. They want to talk.
Yeah. Yeah, that's kind of cool because the kids really I think they get a kick out. Like, I'm playing with an actual Twitch stream. This is pretty cool, right? And for them, it's something that makes them, something they enjoy to do. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and I've noticed like I'm more careful who I have, like joining me because like some of these little kids like they go off and they start like saying things, and I'm like, yo, this is not what I want to represent. I need live nice talking. I mean, you can go crazy if you want, but just like be respectful.
Chill.
Yeah. It's hard when they have
the things you hear online on gaming is insane sometimes.
Yeah, like some people just go off on you just because they hear a girl's voice, and it's like, all right, let me make sure I beat him and do better than him. So that this way I could be like, okay, now what do you have to say?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Especially
exactly. That's true though.
Like,
It is one of the worst things about online gaming is abuse and racism.
Yeah.
But there's nothing you can do. There's nothing you can do about it because it's literally just people behind a mic. You have no idea, fake names. It's just one of the things.
That's the challenge. You're never going to overcome that.
Because they ban account, they just make a new one.
Yeah.
So the only way to do it is ban the IP addresses.
It can happen anywhere. You just have to know how to not feed into it or just do better.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, good. Unfortunately, we started getting into a topic that I really want to kind of dive deeper in, but we're kind of at time. So what I'd like to have you come on. If
everybody in the UK's fell asleep.
Because it's late. But, and that's fine. I'd like to have you come on again whenever you're able
Definitely.
to. You're busy. And we'd like to talk more about those kinds of issues because I think that's something that I don't think gets addressed enough as far as
And we can address how well we're doing as a group online now because we're definitely going to join up. Definitely.
So,
get Josh. Josh, you're in. Rolando, you're in.
Yeah, I'd rather play Apex because I think I might like that better. Maybe I'll be better.
TK's good at these battle royales. Get him, come in, he can come.
Yeah, let's get a squad going. I was going to do a tournament for Warzone, but if we could get enough people to do Apex, we might as well do that.
That sounds good. So, how's the best way?
I remember you was on about it. Me and Josh, you put something on Twitter about joining to a tournament with you, and me and Josh was like, yeah, we'll jump in whenever. Well, that still stands. We'll jump in whenever.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to. I would love that. Would be a really good experience. I can't wait to actually. That way, it's light, it's easy, and it's fun. And that's why I want to play games. So not so much.
It's chill as long as I turn my mic off.
Right. Might do a lot of muting. It's okay. So
about 2 hours in, I turn the mic off just so I don't start swearing at everyone.
Yeah, and then you got people like Greg. Maybe Greg can join in. We get Josh. We'll have a big old jam, man. It'll be like a big old party. We'll have everybody come in, so it'll be kind of cool. So how do people find your Twitch channel, your other socials? How do they do that? Because we'll put those in the show notes so people can get in touch with it. If you're not following Val's Twitch, do so. If you need to follow her on Twitter to see what she's got going on, please check her out. Her content's really chill. I think you'll like it. And if we can drive some content creators your way and some traffic your way, more the better. So where can people find you online? The best way to contact you.
Thank you. Yeah, just it's Val. That's on Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Definitely go on Twitch and follow me there.
Sounds good. We will do that. And so for folks in the chat, thanks for coming in, Bridgman and Greg. And I know I saw Rolando's in the chat, and Donald and Josh, and all the folks that came in. They've already left because in the UK it's like 5 a.m. or something. That's late.
It's only 12:30.
No, so and like I said,
it's because it's Monday tomorrow.
And Val, I would definitely like to have you come on again because I want to get more into those topics if you don't mind, and if you're okay talking about the things that you run into, the more negative kind of sides of those things and those challenges that you run into. I think that's something that I think people don't hear about.
So join us next time for a negative show.
No, it's good talks.
Yeah, no, for sure. I'd love to. Thank you for having me, and I look forward to next time.
Sounds great. So for myself, for Val, for Matt, it's Across the Pondcast. Now, here's the thing, folks. Next Sunday is Easter Sunday, so we will not be streaming. I have some family commitments that I want to do, and so we're going to take a nice Easter Sunday off and enjoy with our families. And we'll talk to Val about getting her on and joining our group, and it'll be kind of fun. And folks, if you aren't paying attention to our Twitch, please check it out.
Join a stream next week, a different one.
There you go. Yeah, join hers. That sounds good because I want to be offline because I got some family stuff Easter Sunday.
Anybody here? Get a follow on Twitch. Get in the chat. Have a laugh.
I stream on Tuesdays.
Don't take the Mickey out of her when she breaks her legs.
No, 4 to 6. Yeah, don't watch that part.
Yeah, got you. For myself, for Matt, for Val. Thanks for tuning in. We will see you 2 Sundays from now on Across the Pondcast, the best podcast you never heard of. Take care of yourself. Enjoy your tech. We love you guys. Take care. Bye, everybody.